Welcome back, everyone. So, we are going to continue with our notes for Chapter 5A. Just a brief recap of last week's video. By now, you should understand and have a pretty good understanding of the fact that we have three different ways that we use the verb tener. And again, I'm just going to review that really quick. The verb tener means to have. And we can use the verb tener in a regular sentence, such as these, just basically saying, I have a cake, or I have balloons, or I have the paper decorations for the party. So that's the first way that we can use the verb tener, is just saying, I have certain items. The second way we use the verb tener is tener que plus infinitive. In English, you're looking for the key words to have to do something. So this is like saying, I have to make a cake. Tengo que hacer el pastel. Tengo que hacer un bizcocho. Okay, so saying that you have to do something. And again, when you see that word have to do something, you know you have to put that K in there in Spanish. So this is the second way we use the verb tener. The third way we use the verb tener is the special uses of tener. Okay, we have where tener translates as to be instead. These are called idiomatic expressions. These are things like to be blank years old, to be thirsty, to be hungry, to be scared, to be hot, to be cold, to be right. And that is the third way of us using the verb tener. We are going to continue this week as I fast forward here with possessive adjectives. So take out your notes packet from last week or pull it up on your computer from your Google Docs from last week, and we're going to continue filling in the note packet. So we have possessive adjectives. Now, possessive adjectives are used to show ownership. These adjectives come before the noun being possessed. So for example, if you said my cake, it would be mi pastel or mi bizcocho. So we have mi or mis, depending upon if the item is singular or plural. If I have one cake, it's mi pastel. If I have multiple cakes, it's mis pasteles. Okay, just like when we make nouns plural, when we say like la mesa, the table, we make it las mesas. This is the same thing. Mi pastel versus mis pasteles. So we have mi mis, tu tus, su sus. For nosotros and vosotros, we actually have four because you have to also identify if it's masculine or feminine. So we have nuestro, nuestra, nuestros, nuestras, vuestro, vuestra, vuestros, vuestras, which again, we're using in Spain only, so we'll never use those. And then su sus. Notice that su sus is the same across the whole bottom. You decide which possessive adjective to use by who owns the item, and the gender has to be known in nosotros and vosotros. Okay. So again, whoever owns the item, if it's my cake, mi pastel. If it's your cake, tu pastel. And vamos a practicar. Pause this video to try these out on your own. Don't forget masculine, feminine, singular, or plural. And check your answers. This is new vocab words that we're using as well. Now we have a fourth way of using the verb tener because we can use tener with possessive adjectives. The easiest thing that I find to do is splitting these sentences into two. So David has is going to be David tiene. His balloons are going to be sus globos. So consider them two separate phrases and then just write them together in the sentence. So tener has to match the first name. So tener is going to be in the form of David or Yolanda or my grandmother or you informal. And then the possessive adjective has to do with the second half of the sentence. So here are your answers. David tiene sus globos. Yolanda tiene su pastel. Mi abuela tiene nuestras luces. And tú tienes sus regalos. Again, make sure you're making everything agree. Masculine, feminine, singular, and plural. Next, we have using the phrase de to indicate possession. So when speaking in the third person, either singular or plural, you need to be more specific because we don't know who was possessing an item. In the third person, we have several options because we don't know whether it is él, ella, usted, ellos, ellas, ustedes, or, for example, my friend Amy. So in Spanish, we use apostrophe S to indicate possession like we do in English. So you can't just say Miguel's tío. You can't say Brianna's casa. You have to say el tío de Miguel, la casa de Brianna. Okay? You have to write them out in the long way. Just like in Spanish 1, you can't say español clase. You have to say la clase de español. So here are the ways we are going to say this. El tío de Miguel, la tía de Juan y María, y el hermano de ella. And that is where we are going to stop for today. Again, study these notes. You will have some work this week to review these notes and practice these notes as well. But that is it for now. And then we'll pick up next time I make a video.